Hi everyone, this is Adi from Adi's Crafts and Things. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the cabling. This one is like a little braid or like just the cables going along the sides here. So grab your hook and your yarn and let's get started. Welcome back. So like I said, we're going to be learning how to make some of these beautiful cables. And I'm going to teach you a way so that you can actually design your own cable work, whether it be for a blanket like this one. This one is actually quite a large blanket. Or if you wanted to use it for like a scarf or something like that. So I'm going to show you what it is that you need to look for as far as the spacing, the number of stitches across your main braid or cable. And if you wanted to do like these little sections, just kind of squaring in that braided section. So the first thing that I do is just grab a nice simple piece of paper and a pen. So from here we're going to be deciding how big we want it to be and yeah, just essentially the size of it. So for a blanket, for example, you want to know how many repeats of the cabling you would like to do. Now let's say that you want to do something simple like a scarf. So you don't want it to be too wide, maybe do just one repeat. So if we wanted to do like a couple spaces, and then we wanted to do like the border kind of section, and then we wanted to do like 3 spaces, and then we wanted to do the braid or the cable. So for the braiding, for like the one that I just showed on the blanket, that one I used 6 stitches to make the braiding. So you would have 6 little ones like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we would just repeat this section on the other end so that it is nicely mirrored on both sides. 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to try to recreate some of that. And let's see, what yarn should I use today? Let's use the pretty one that I just recently winded. So with this one you would start and like you would know, okay, how many stitches are these? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know that this whole section here is going to be 20 stitches. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a foundation double crochet. Or you can also start with a foundation single crochet if you like. Because that way I don't have to mess with turning chains and making sure that I have the right number of stitches. Doing the foundation double crochet just takes care of it very easily. So I'll try to show you really quick how to do this. I do have another video that talks about this a little bit more slowly. I'm going to start with a chain 3. And then I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go to the first chain. And I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that's already 2 stitches right there. So I'm going to try to get to 20. This is splitting more than I like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do those 20 stitches and I'll meet back with you in a moment. Alright, welcome back. So that's about 20 stitches if I counted correctly. So what's going to happen from here is that on the row coming back, we're going to only do a half double crochet. So on the rows where we do our cabling, we'll be doing half double crochets and then trebles doing front post stitches. If you haven't learned how to do front post stitches, please go to the video. I will link over here. But yeah, so it'll be on one row we will work our cables, and then the row back we will only be doing half double crochets. So I'll just go ahead and chain 2. I'll yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through 3. I'm gonna yarn over, pull through 3 all the way through. Now the reason I'm not working on it on this round is because then the treble would be too long for that front post treble crochet. So we're just gonna do, this is row number 2, and then on row number 3 we'll start setting up our cables. And this yarn I just hope would be a little bit nicer to work with, and it's already being a nightmare. Now I'll also teach you, like for a blanket, how to modify this pattern so that you know how to do it on your own if you wanted to make any modifications. It's pretty straightforward, so I'll show you how to do that in a bit. Come on. Good enough. All right, so from here we're just gonna chain 1, yarn over into that last stitch we did. That will count as number 1. Yarn over through that second stitch. That will count as number 2. 1, 2. And then from here we're gonna do our first treble front post. So we're gonna yarn over twice. We're gonna count 1, 2. We're gonna go on number 3 here, and we're gonna go grab the whole post, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Come on, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're gonna do that again. Yarn over twice onto the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're gonna do 3 half double crochets. So if we were to look at this from the top, we're gonna skip 2 stitches and we're gonna go on to the 3rd one. Okay? So just here, we're gonna do 3. And again, that's a distance that you can modify as you like. You can add or reduce the number of stitches here in between if you want to. So from here we're going to do another treble front post. We're going to skip 3 from down here and go on to the 4th one. We're going to do this for 6 stitches. Now this one is the important one because this kind of sets up the entire braid or cable wear that cable that you're going to be making from here on out. So make sure that you have your numbers correctly. See, I just did a double instead of a treble. So make sure that you're doing the right stitches on that foundation row properly, and that you have the right number of stitches as well. So not just this type of stitch, but the number of stitches. My goodness, you're gonna be the bane of my existence, aren't you? All right, let's do that again. That's 5. Got one more. Trebles, Adriana, trebles. And then we're gonna do 3 half double crochets. So if I were to lay this nice and flat, I can usually tell where my next stitch is. So it'll be over here. Right here. But you can also count it from the row before and just skip the number of stitches that we just did. Then we're gonna do 2 from post treble crochets. And then I'm gonna do 2 more trebles right here. And then on the row back, we're just gonna do half treble crochets. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that row real quick. I'll meet you here in a moment. So after doing that 3rd row, you notice that there's like these little like sections or lips that are created on the wrong side. And that is just because of your front post trebles. So you're gonna be seeing that all the way throughout your cables and your braids and all that kind of stuff. Okay, from here we're just gonna go ahead and start the next row. Now, before I continue, this is where we will decide whether we want to have the braids like we did on this blanket here, or if you just want to do a simple cable style. So I'll show you how to do the braid, because that's the more complicated one of the two, and it will give you still the same experience and technique to do just a simple cable. So the thing about it is that you actually have to visualize how this whole section here translates into a proper braid. Okay, so we've already done these that are just nice and straight. So now we want to start braiding it. So whenever you see the example again on this blanket, you'll see that you have some that just go up and then the other ones that kind of cross over. So you do actually have stitches that cross over just under here. And for some of those stitches, it will be a little bit more complicated because you have to do these first in those seconds. So you're going to be going and messing around with pulling stitches. That is just the nature of doing a braid. Just doing a cable would just be repeating the same motion all the way throughout. So you can make it nice and easy if you like. But again, this will give you the skill if you wanted to do this more complicated version of a cable and actually make a nice pretty braid. So we saw that you always have a section that crosses over and a section that just goes up. Correct? Correct. Yes, that is correct. Double checking here. I want to make sure that I give you the right information. So if I were to start, say, on this row, where it has those two that are just going up and down and those are crossing over. So then that means that over here, this would still stay this way, but this will go this way and these will go this way. Now, this is where you decide which way your braid is going whenever you start doing it on your project. So that if you wanted it like this one, you'd be doing first from this side and then from this one to this one, but you'd be going under these two. So let's see how that looks. I've shown you the theory. Let's do the practical side of it now. So again, we start with our half double crochets. Then we're going to do a treble and we're going to go to the post that's already done, the front post over here. So not above it. We're going to just go through this one here like that. And same with the next one. Then we're going to skip 2, so 1, 2. We're going to do 3 half double crochets. Excuse me. All right, so from here, we get to do those trebles. We're going to go all the way across to this one right here in the middle. We're going to do that again. Come on. And now for the complicated part. So we're going to be going and doing our treble, and we're going to go underneath the 2 that we just made and grab the first of the set of 2 right there. Like that. Okay. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Come on. Yarn over, pull through 2. And yarn over, pull through 2. And I'll do that again so you can see it again. Yarn over twice. We're going to go under here. We're going to grab this one and we're going to bring it up like this way. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have the beginning right there of your braid. This one we're gonna do just a a front post double crochet for the last two right there. Okay, and then we're going to skip 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to do a half double crochet right here. I'm going to do 2 more. And then we'll do our front post. And over here you can do a front post double crochet or treble. The double is gonna be a little bit tighter and the treble is gonna give you obviously a little bit more length, and it's gonna make it a little looser on that end. So I'm gonna stick with the trebles for now for these, and we'll keep doing the trebles for the sections that cross over, but we'll just do the doubles for the sections that just go straight. And then the last 2 have double crochets. And then we'll do the next row, just half double crochets all the way throughout. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit, and I'll see you here in a second. Okay, welcome back. So from here we're gonna start the next row, and we're gonna keep building onto our cables. So I've done the first 2 half double crochets. I'll do a front post treble right here, and then a second one right there. And then we're going to do 3 half double crochet, so we skip 2. All right. So from here, it kind of switches the roles. So now the ones that are going to be crossing over will be these over here, and this one will just be going up and down. So I'm going to do just a front post double crochet. For those first 2 stitches. And then we're going to do treble crochets over here. We're going to skip these 2. We're going to go to the last 2 here. And then we're going to pick up the other 2 on the next set of 2 stitches. Now this one's going to be a little bit easier because we're going to go on top of them. So we just need to find, I did tell you this was going to be tricky. We need to find the 2 stitches over here in the back, like that. We're going to do that again with the second stitch right here. And then we're going to do a half double crochet. We're going to skip 6 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we go number 7. Half double crochet times 3. we're gonna do 2 front post treble crochets. Now I'll show you really quick how to do just the cable, just a simple cable going back and forth, just so you have a better idea, just like the difference in experience and like how advanced you feel, how comfortable you feel with doing your front post double and trebles. But these, you're going to be repeating those 2 sections back and forth, and that's what's going to be giving you your braid effect. Okay, so let me show you how to do, just with this same example, if you just wanted to just cross over the same way over and over. So again, we're just going to do 1 row of half double crochets. I'll meet you back here in a moment. Welcome back. All right, so we're gonna maintain the same border section here. So I'm gonna do 2 half double crochets. And then we're gonna do our trebles. And even in here, you could go back and forth if you wanted to do like little cable look to it. And just twist them a couple times there. And then we just continue with the half double crochets and just do the 3. So what you would have is that you would have sections that would first, where's my pen? There we go. That would just go straight. But then you would have like the next row that they start coming this way. Now they will have to extend all the way this way like that. And the same with these over here, right? And they're supposed to be all nice and level right there, but you get the idea. From here they would be back to being nice and straight, nice and straight. Then again, bring it all this way, bring those this way, and then go straight. So you'll see how it starts creating that, like, it looked like almost like the 90s S's that people were doing. So we're going to be attempting just this section here. And again, you would have one of those rows where you're building your cables that is just all straight. And then the next time that you're building cables is where you switch them over. And like you can make these to be on the back and these to be on the front, so that you don't have to battle or struggle trying to get underneath all 3 of these to get to all these 3 over here. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're gonna do treble, and I'm gonna skip the first 3 posts and go for the 4th one here. I hope that's making sense. If it's not, please do post your comments or questions below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Okay, and then from here we're going to do a treble, and we're going to go for the first one all the way over here. Then the next one. And last one. This one's gonna be a little tricky just because we were doing the braid. And then we would do our half double crochets. We skip 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go number 7. Number 7. There we go. Lord. We're gonna do the 2 trebles. Actually, I think if we wanted to maintain the same thing, we're gonna cross it this way. And to make it as mirrored as possible, this one I'm gonna do behind. There we go. And then we're gonna do the last 2 half double crochets. So there you go. So the more that you work on this one, after a while you'll just see that it'll start doing this as the example. Or if you decide to just keep up with the braid, then you'll have the same as what I showed you with the blue blanket. So I hope that makes sense. Again, make sure that you like and subscribe the video, post any comments or questions below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.